What do you think about today's event?
It's very good, very nice.
Excellent program today. Basically, you can see the audience. There are so many people, and most of the problems are tackled very well, and all the questions are answered smartly. There is no unclarity. So it's a good program today.
As I've seen from the presentations made by the three gentlemen and comparing it with the other parties that I have seen, this is the future of and the only way forward for Sri Lanka.
Seems there is complete different from the main parties, the opposition parties. I seems like there's a future. Seems like there's a future and there's a brand new thinking also involved with Arsha and Iran all are involved in that.
It was useful to the extent that they have divided the subject matter among four people, and each of them stuck to that framework of what they had to talk about. So that made a lot of sense. And this is the only alternative the country has, because we have tried all the governments and we are regretting what has happened to this country. This is a hope. We have two options. Two alternatives. One is the JVP and one is the SJB. But if you compare the two, this is only my opinion. I think there is a great collection of intellectuals and knowledgeable people in the SJB. So, not to say there aren't any people in the JVP, but proven people are there. So, the main thing is corruption. If we can get rid of corruption, we will come out of this mess.
It was very well organized, very clear, a definite way forward for the country. And I think they are very clear of what they want to do. They know what the problem is and they have a solution, and I think people have confidence in that.
It was excellent. It was excellent. I was very impressed with the Honorable Leader of the Opposition and even the other three speakers.
I think it was very informative in terms of we all have our issues and we all have a lot of questions in terms of how we can come out of the situation we find ourselves in. And I think what I heard today, I'm quite optimistic in terms of what the HAB has to offer in terms of coming out of this and going from recovery to growth. So I'm happy about that.
A person who is part of the machinery. So we are the people who are supposed to discuss these things. We would, looking at it from a public perspective, I would say some good data, quality data and certain short descriptions of the issues faced by the general public would have helped audiences to
It was absolutely useful because people got to know what the SCAB's kind of plan is, and it's not only something called a plan, there was actually an action plan, and they had the people to implement it, which is also required. It's no point in talking about a plan and not moving from there on. So today was a day where it was very well explained as to what happens next. And the good thing is those very important portfolios that the government would have, they have the key people to handle those. At the moment we have a financial crisis, so that has to be handled. And the good thing is kind of going with a liberalized central bank and things like that, where it's independent of government interference. That's an excellent move. So I think all the areas are falling into place with the SJB, and there is no alternative but the SJB to go ahead with.
That is a good plan. So we have to stick to that. They have to stick to that, and we have to support as a civilian.
It's good. It's comprehensive. What I would say is, I was just telling them as well, like if they can implement what they were discussing, I would be happy, and I do hope there's a future. I do trust the team who are working on it, because all of them are educated and they have the experience and they are comprehensive in handling matters. So I would hope they would do, and let's hope.
I have been sitting for the last 3 hours in absolute amazement and wonder, because I finally have solutions to our economic problems right now. I have people who seem to really care about what the people want and what the people are saying and not about what they want, which is so refreshing because right now I didn't know where to turn, what to even hope for. I think today I'm leaving the Hilton after the SJB summit with a lot of renewed hope that our country will be set correct and on the right path once we put SJB into power.
Your thoughts about Honorable Sajid Premadasa?
Seems very honest, genuine, and forward-thinking. Yes.
Thank you, and your name?
Ashwin.
Why not? It's an excellent leader for us. I mean, anyway, I think at the days he's the best of. I think to my knowledge, because he can do something, because he has a very good vision.
I think that he's a kind of man that I would trust, and I would give him a shot at being the leader of our country because I see him as a refreshing change from the leaders we've had, especially in the last 5 years or so.
Very impressive. And all of them very impressive. But talk is cheap, and now it's time for delivery.
He's active, very honest, a pretty young politician. He will do well if we select him.
Well, I mean, he seems to be quite clear about the vision that he has. And I think all speakers, especially Iran, spoke so eloquently on what is needed for the country. So I think it's a very good summit.
Well, he answered all the questions I had in my mind, and I think he's maturing to be a very good leader. Yes, much better than his other opponents at that level, better than Ranil, better than Andhra Kumar. So I will vote for him.